Hey there, happy Sunday. It is Raquel RJ James, and I am here with your reshaping relationship tip number 3. And it is September 1st, 2013. This year is moving. And might I add, it's day 3 of the tips. I'm excited because this is going by quickly, and it's awesome. Anywho, let's jump right in. Now, the tip I'm going to give you today is actually something that I'm exercising as I speak to you in this video. And you might say, well, what are you doing to attract a relationship in this video or enhance a relationship in this video right now? I am stepping outside of my comfort zone. Now, this is a tip that's applicable to you in all areas of your life, because realistically, if you stay where you're most comfortable all the time, nothing really changes. And I'm sure you've heard that the definition of insanity is doing the same thing and expecting different results. So it's no different in relationships. If you want different results, you have to do something different. Now, you might want to know exactly what you could do different in terms of seeking a relationship that changes the game a bit for you. Well, there are a number of things. Stepping outside of your comfort zone, you will learn to become comfortable being uncomfortable. And that is key in so many areas of your life. So I'll say that for you again. Learn to be comfortable being uncomfortable. You'll find it helpful in so many things. Trust me on this one. Now, what can you do to change it up a little bit? Do something different so that you're not insane in this process of dating and seeking a relationship. Well, first, you can do something in terms of the types of events you attend, or attending events at all, because there are many of us who say we want to be in a relationship, but we don't go anywhere. We stay at home, we go to work, we come back home. Yet somehow we think that miraculously, like UPS is going to knock on the door, and there's going to be this really good-looking guy in those shorts, and he's going to ask you to sign for your package, and then he's going to ask you for your phone number. And oh my gosh, you have found him. Or maybe you think that, I don't know, the stork of relationships is going to knock at the door and drop somebody off. Not going to happen. So get out there. Attend some events where you have an opportunity to network and meet potential dates. Now, don't make it the same places that you frequented in the past, unless you found some really successful and healthy relationship there, which I'm going to say you probably didn't because you're watching me talk about this. So we've got to be aware of what we do in terms of patterns and be willing to change it up a little bit. So if you're the person that's always at a nightclub and that hasn't worked for you, stop going to the nightclub and hoping to find your him or your her, because chances are they're not there. Now, look at other options. Go to some events that you wouldn't normally attend. Perhaps you're not a festival and outdoorsy kind of girl or guy. Try a festival or an outdoorsy event. You may actually meet people there that you would like to date. If there's something that you'd like to do that you haven't had an opportunity to do, you know, that bucket list we talk about, go ahead and do it. And you get there, you'll meet some people who have some common interests because they're there doing the same thing. Maybe you could change your appearance in some ways. Now, I know we don't want to be shallow or anything like that, but if you're attracting a certain type of person that's not the person you want to attract, you have to, again, look back at you. And I know I talk a lot about looking at you, but you have to be right in a relationship to get to where you're going. So, look at yourself. I remember a few years back, as a single mom running around with my daughters, I dropped them off at school, picked them up from school if I were available on those particular days. But on the days that I worked second shift at that time. So I dropped them off at school in my sweats. Now, I would do my hair at least, or, brush my teeth and that kind of thing. But I wouldn't get dressed. I wouldn't put makeup on. I just go in my sweats and look a little ratty, to be quite honest. Then I come back home, get myself together for work, jump in the shower, and put on a uniform. At that time, I was a correctional officer. So I didn't have much of an opportunity to meet people or present myself in a light that looked like I was looking for a relationship. I looked like I was in a relationship, a really tired one based on the appearance some days. So Put on a new face, a fresh face. Maybe you wear the sweats all the time or the black. Dress it up. It does not take a lot. Trust me, it really doesn't. We just tend to think it does. And you can still be comfortable, ladies. And for you, gentlemen, the same applies. We do not want you out there in the t-shirt with the stain on it, looking a hot mess, just like we do on occasion. We prefer to see you at least well-groomed. So put on a fresh face when you get out there, if that's your problem. Now, if you're on the other end of that spectrum and you are always over the top, glitz and glam all the time, there's something shining on you all the time, you may be putting out a different message. Or maybe you're not wearing enough clothing for some of the ladies out there. And I know I talk to you ladies because that's where my heart is most of the time. But put your best face forward, So if what you've been doing hasn't been working, change the game a little bit. You got to do something different. And here's another key point. For many of us, we have already established a type. You know what I mean? Ooh, I like the tall, dark guy with the bald head. Chocolate brother. I know. Or maybe you say, I like the girl with the long, flowing hair. Whatever the case may be. Get rid of the stereotypical vision of what you want to see in a person. Date someone that maybe isn't what you want them to be on the exterior. And you may actually like it. You may find that this person has a wonderful personality. They're great in every other way. And they might be for you. But whatever the case is, get comfortable being uncomfortable. Try new things. And let's not be insane. So that is it. Tip number 3. Step outside of your comfort zone. Get comfortable being uncomfortable. And as always, I want you to stop making a living and start shaping your life. I'm Raquel R.J. James of R.J. Reshapes, and you have a fabulously blessed Sunday. Bye-bye.